health professionals have been telling people for years that too much and too frequent noise can have negative effects on both mental and physical health. And now that COVID has making work from home a commonplace, and families are trying to create multifunctional spaces that don't feel like an open concept office with a 24/7 crew of workmates, home expert Vicky Sanderson is here to share ways to stop or dampen sound travel through our walls and our ceilings. Good morning, Vicky. Nice to see you.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Okay, so why don't we just start off with some ways, some effective ways that maybe we can maybe dampen some of that sound in our homes.
Okay, well, there's a couple of things to know when you're dealing with sound, and that is that sound travels. It travels through the air. It travels through surfaces that are in your home. So you're really talking about two sort of levels of defense. And the first one will be to stop that noise from traveling from room to room. And that, I think, is something that people are really talking about now that they're rethinking about the way their homes work and doing work from home. Mm-hmm. So if you have the chance to, if you're doing any kind of renovation or new build now's the time to think about the structural component of sound travel. And for that, you want something like soundproofing material. So the one I'm talking about today is Soundproofing. It's a Canadian-made product made entirely from recycled wood fibers, so it is recyclable, it's lightweight, it's easy to install. You can do it in a new build or for a renovation, and it will really help stop sound from traveling.
That's a really good idea, because some people don't realize until there is sound, right? So you're looking at a new home and you're walking through your future home, and until you are, as you say, maybe working from home more, and you're like, okay, this is just very disruptive, especially if you're on like a Zoom call or something.
Precisely, and actually noise complaints are, I think, the second most common complaints about new homes. The picture that you just put up is interesting too, because it illustrates how this kind of thing can be strategic. Unless you're doing, say, a home theater, you don't have to enclose your entire house or an entire room. But say you have an office below a kid's playroom or another office or a kitchen, you might want to do the ceiling of that room to stop the sound. So the point is there to do that kind of structural stuff when you're doing building or renovation.
Right. Okay, so Vicky, so let's move to people who are stuck in the homes they're in. They're not renovating, they're not moving, and what are some little ways that maybe we can absorb sound in our homes?
Exactly. So if they can't find a spot to use something like Soundproofing, or they want to add on to the effect, you got to keep in mind that there are lots of materials that absorb sound. One of my favorite is felt. So I brought a cushion from one of my favorite Toronto-based artists, Lorraine Tucson. This is a felt cushion, beautiful, also adds a graphic punch. So you want to think about those soft surfaces, wall hangings, heavy curtains. Think about your flooring. In my office, I added inexpensive carpet tiles, which just help dampen the sound. So anything that adds layers to the room. If you have a shared wall in a townhome, for example, do what I've done behind me and have bookcases and line them heavily. All that will help muffle sound.
Very, very good ideas. And that's the thing, a lot of people don't realize that just materials around your home, as you say, from the walls all the way to the ceilings to the floors, can just absorb some of that sound. So people can find you at aroundthehouse.ca, right, Vicky, and find out more information. And we appreciate you coming on the show. And again, Vicky Sanderson, home expert, we appreciate it, and we hope to see you again soon. That's it for Morning Live. We'll have more right after this.